Hello and welcome. My name is Merely Adequate, and this is I Can't Believe It's Not Bedrock, the game show where you try to find 5 things that are different from Bedrock Edition while I try to learn Java Edition. At the end, I'll show you what 5 things that we found, and you can add up your score for your internet points to spend in the internet store. If you're ready, then let's get going. Hello, and welcome back. As you can see, I've been pretty busy with the villagers while you're away. I actually have so many that I have a golem forming. So I'm going to keep working on them, and I'm going to show you and get you caught up on what I've been doing. After the last episode, I heard a zombie somewhere in my base. I turned on captions, and I roamed around everywhere looking for him, digging out my base, just making a mess, until I remembered I could turn on the hitbox. And I eventually found him hanging out up there. So I decided to name him after Captain Kidd and save him for later. Over in the shopping district, they have tons of books to use, but the one they don't have is efficiency. So I spent forever trying to get efficiency 5, and it took, hours. But eventually, I got it! Oh, I was so excited! So maybe I can help sell these if they don't already have them for sale. Oh man, I was so excited when that happened. Once I had the trade that I needed, now I need to make it cheaper because 64 emeralds for a book is way too much. So I decided to go ahead and bring down Captain Kidd here and get him settled. I set up this little rail system, so hopefully he'll walk across it. Come on. And I'll throw this down and get him all secure and hopefully a little home that I'll make for him. Now I pushed him into this little hole here, and that'll be his home now. That's where he'll live. I then needed some potions so that I could, zombify them and then cure them after we zombify them. I grabbed a few golden apples that I had laying around, and I was pretty much ready to go. So we'll send him inside here. You can see through the window there. Yep, there we go. They're now zombified. Bring him out. Throw a little potion at him. Yep, feed him an apple. And then wait. This process was pretty much identical between Java and Bedrock, so it was easy for me. And then they pop out and you're ready to go. You've got your guy discounted and cheap and ready for trading. In the middle of all that, someone actually reached out and asked for help. And they had a raid that they couldn't take care of, and so a couple of us went over there and helped them out. And that was my very first Java raid. I really enjoyed it. Why don't you check out and see how it went? Like I said, the raid was already in process whenever I got here. Things were going well, just trying not to hit evening with my bow until baby zombies came out of nowhere. I hate these little guys. Since I'm still not the best fighter on Java, I thought I would stick with a bow. I was probably best with that, and it would keep me safe distance from everybody. Since this raid was started when I got here, I wasn't sure what wave we were on, so I thought we were doing pretty good. I didn't really see any bad guys. Yes, right, they were all behind me. So I ran to a safe distance and decided to try to pick off these Vexes. They're everywhere. They're pretty tricky, but it took me a little while to figure out how to aim and shoot them with a bow, but I eventually got it. See, there you go, got that one, and as a matter of fact, I was even the one to end the raid with a shot here to this Vex. Oh, what a good feeling this is! My first hero in the village on Java. So we divided up the loot and called it a day. That was very successful. I had one more idea for a good deed. I was thinking that everybody likes cake, right? Everybody likes cake. So I was thinking I would deliver some over to Spawn so that new people could have some cake when they join. And cake's delivered. Okay. All these good deeds, helping the villagers find a home and a job, helping out with the raid, and delivering these cakes has really sparked my memory. But this time it's not a sound. No. It's a visual. It's a blood-curdling visual that I'd never thought I would see on the open ocean. So, let's recreate it. Let's go back to the base and see what I can do to help spark my memory of the day that I died. You see out there, between the ships, there's a large open space of calm water. But that's not what I see in my dreams. Oh no, that's not what I see at all. What I see is a maelstrom, sometimes called a whirlpool, a large space of heaving, spinning water, sucking everything down to the ground. And that's what we're going to build. Now, water mechanics in Minecraft is a bit tricky, but I think I can explain it pretty simply. A source block wants to move in 5 directions once you place it. Down, left, right, front, and back. See? There we go. 5 different directions. If you contain the source block to one area, the flowing water below only wants to move in one direction, down. Once the animation has been complete, it will stay this way unless you change it in a few different ways. Firstly, you can free up the source block, thus allowing it to move to the side. You can give the final destination of the flowing water room to move. It's only moving to the side because it's attempting to go down. Or you can block the flow from moving its original direction. 2 things you see here is that water wants to retain the shape that you've created, and water wants to flow down the easiest direction. So rather than flowing outwards that direction, it flowed inwards towards the hole. And lastly, if 2 water source blocks are allowed to flow sideways, then meet, they will create another source block. If we mix all that together, I think I should be able to make something special out in the middle of the water. But first, I need to clear out a huge section of water, so let's do that right away. My ambition may be a bit big. This is 41 blocks across, but let's go for it. Let's see what happens. Man, on Minecraft, when it rains, it really pours. Not only did I have to redo this twice, I forgot to press record. Well, at least there's no guardians shooting at me. That's a positive. My word, this took quite a while, but here we are, completely empty area in the middle of the ocean. And the key to this is this channel right here along the side. Having this channel here will force the water to go down first. And then once it gets in here, it gets trapped and it won't start spreading and filling back in this area once we have, the whirlpool look. So the next thing I need to do is kind of do a stair step down so I create the actual shape that I want the water to eventually go. This is one of those moments where I wish I had the replay mod. I may have to try to figure out how to use that in one of my next builds. But if you look from above, you can see we have the whole shape of the Maelstrom already formed. I think I wanted it to end in a black hole, so I put black concrete down there. And all I'm going to do is take away the top layer of sand, which will allow the water source blocks to flow into water flowing blocks and create the shape of the Maelstrom. Then I will start taking away from the top down all of the netherrack, which will then force all that flowing water to go straight vertically down. And then afterwards, if everything is still working, I'll remove the sand. And then because of that trough I made on the inner lip of that, the solid water blocks will go down and get stuck in that, allowing this shape to be maintained. How many of you think this is going to work the first time? Because I'm not so sure. Anyways, alright, let's dig it out and see what happens. bats in the middle of the ocean. I think whenever I made the containing area, they got trapped inside and I just released them. Okay, well, time for the most dangerous part. Releasing the sand and removing the sand and seeing what happens. Look at it. It turned out perfect. It's just how I envisioned it. You can even see it on the map. That is so awesome. Now, to be clear, this doesn't look complete to me. I can't pull it out of my memory. I don't know what else goes here, but I think it's a pretty good start. Clearly, there'd be lots of stuff going on, probably things getting sucked into it. I don't know, lots of debris. There'd be stuff going on underneath there in the water. But in my mind, I just can't. This is all I got to so far. So I'll have to start thinking about it. Maybe having some more dreams, doing some more good deeds, trying to dredge up some more memories. But that's going to have to do it for today. Let me know if you think you know how I died. Maybe it'll help spark something in my memories and we'll get to this sooner. And then we'll know the answer. All right? Well, anyways, I hope you had fun. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And I hope that you found it adequate. Well, how do you think you did? Let's find out. If you earned enough points, don't forget to head over to the internet store, where today's featured item is Manspread. When you can't get enough and you feel you deserve more, get Manspread. Well, alright, I hope you had fun, and we'll see you next time on I Can't Believe It's Not Bedrock.